Greetings everyone and welcome back to the final episode in our weekend-long mega mini-series of Megaloot, where in the last episode we actually got reasonably far with our vampire friend over here, Ellis, who was very, very focused on getting one particular blade. It wasn't me, of course, it was Ellis who was focused on it, to her detriment. I tried to convince them not to do it, I warned them. Greed totally got me, okay, fine, I said it. But in this one, we are going to go with magic. Now, our first character, Real, we ended up, I think, going partially, well, reasonably magic, but Real was adaptive attack. Could have gone either way. Our second was Ellis, the vampire. Again, started out focused on physical attacks. This time, I'm going to go with Piri. The magic user here, 3 mana, 8 health, quite a lot of starting health, but has a darkness set. Now, I rarely take anything that has darkness on it in terms of gear, so this is going to be an opportunity to play with that. The darkness set casts mind control every turn. Now, the interesting thing with mind control is it applies confusion to all targets. For 2 mana, once every turn. We will steal 1 mana on hit. Now, will that work with multi-attack? I don't know, but it might be very important for us to find out, as that could continually top up our mana. Confusion means that enemies will miss all attacks, so we might not need to lean into armor quite as much with Piri. I might still do so, though. We will see. Either way, let's go ahead and have a look at what kind of setup have we got over here. We've got Swarm, we've got Honor, we've got Frailty. Now, Frailty, we've already seen to quite significant effect. We could go with Insight and Magic Attack right off the bat, and then a bit of Wisdom. That's definitely an option there. We've got Swarm, where we could pick up various status effects. Eventually, we are going to want to have status effects. That's kind of a given, especially if we want to be casting spells. And Piri, the fact that Darkness is going to let us steal mana on hit seems like a really, really strong play. We are going to want to continually top up our mana and going to want to continually cast debilitating debuffs on our enemies. So we might want to lean into other things that we'll want to do to all enemies, because there's a good chance we're going to want to pick up something that allows us to cast these effects onto everything all the time, either by attacking everything all the time or by just transferring status effects to everything all the time. We've got a couple of options there. We could pick up elemental damage here, actually, which wouldn't be terribly bad. Could really lean into electricity there. We could pick up adaptive attack, which would help our magic specifically, and we could in fact pick up an extra attack that way, which could play into this in quite a big way. Dazzle could go for the extra attack and the magic attack. Cinder is an odd one. I really think that one, I can't see a good use for this. It doesn't feel like it scales well. Or alternatively, we could go all elites all the time. Now, as you've seen, if we build faith aggressively, this can work really well. It could also end the run really quickly, but we might want to go for it, especially if we can get Insight rolling nice and early. The lack of an extra attack does suck a little bit here, but if we know that they are always all going to be elite, then realistically the main thing we want to start building is faith. And we want to get that as quickly as we can to as high a number as we can, so we're multiplying all of our damage all of the time. This isn't necessarily the big trap that it might sometimes seem. And you know what? Being able to control, having less variables, even if I know that I'm going to be facing stronger opponents initially, knowing that I'm always going to be facing a certain group of opponents allows me to tighten my deck, if you will, to deal with that problem. Okay, we're going to go honor mode with Piri. Active is Darkness, plus 25% magic attack. We are getting another 25% magic attack and plus 25% insight. Obviously, we need to build insight for that to start helping us, but it will be worth it, I think. Okay, then let's have a look at what we've got out of the gate. Obviously, we're going to take the magic wand. We need some damage. Right, okay, so order of operations. We want to get our magic up as fast as we can. We want to get Blitz going as fast as we can. We also desperately need to get faith up as quickly as we can. We know we're going to only be facing elites. A little bit of armor there, but we don't need it just yet. You are going to hit me, though. Actually, no, you're not, because of my my magic. That's fine. May as well grab this. We'll get a little bit of extra gold that way. Want that. Definitely a good one for us. That'll give us a little bit of wisdom until we can find something that synergizes a bit better. Let's just punch our way all the way through. Want to take out the bat realistically, because, again, bats deceptively powerful for what they are. Going to lock that in. I wouldn't mind getting an extra attack. That would actually be really useful. Confusion will carry us for a bit of a way, but won't be able to protect us the whole time. Let's go through you. You will use your spell. Doesn't matter. Mana leech once again. I really do need to get that armor going. 12 armor and cleanse. Sure. That means I'm not going to have to worry too terribly much about enemies that can use things like stun in the first 2 turns. I still want to try and attack any enemies that have mana, because by the looks of it, I'm only stealing mana from someone who has mana, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Dit Warnix. Okay. You made it to floor one. Don't worry, I was there too. We've all been there. Legendary silver. Close again, the leather though. Locking that one then as well. Ooh, very nice. Well, I could. I don't think I will though. Oh, well, we're gonna have to. Okay, well, actually, can I? Oh, I can. Perfect. Grab that right now then. Okay, that's our set. This one we will consume, I think. For the time being, that seems the most reasonable one. Lots of potential to steal mana here, it seems. I am A-okay with this. Thank you very much, mana friends. Is there anything I want to roll for? No, not really. And lifesteal on 8 life, not actually useful to me, so I'm going to just sell that. Going to sell this one. We're going to buy this. There we go. That is our setup for now, and I'll just take the extra 4 damage. Right now, all that would give me if I were to merge it is an extra 2. So actually, with nothing better to dismantle, it isn't as much of a loss as it might initially appear. That can immediately be sold. 6 magic damage, equal, and would give me a new set. The mono mana set restores all missing mana at the end of the first turn and gain 1 max mana. Would need different, a different breastplate then. Noted. Now we've got that second attack though. That is really helpful. Let's get rid of you so you can't cause me any problems. Punch our way through there. There we go. Get rid of you. Don't want to leave a thief on the board. Okay, maybe switching from silver to gold. I mean, they're only commons, but wow, okay. Okay, game. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll do what I can. I'm going to just go ahead and sell that. I want this. 1.3. Okay, so I'm not going to do what I did last time and just wait until I've got it. We will... I mean, I can now safely get rid of these, for example, but I will continue to upgrade. I learned my lesson. I knew what was going to happen. It was for sciencing. Okay, it was okay. It was for greed. It was for greedening. I will accept, but I would still have done the same thing, knowing what I know. Right, let's punch through you. You can't do anything because you were timed out for there. Let's get rid of that. Do I want the health and recovery? Kind of do. Wouldn't be terrible. Ooh. Ooh. 12 armor. I'd lose a little bit, but I'd get an extra spell. I couldn't have both of these, so sure. That's 20 armor right there. Which will be useful to me in staying alive. I am going to swap that out, though. I'm going to break that down for 10 extra magic damage. I don't know in which order. I think I'm going to go for the uncommon armor. The reason why I'm going to do this, and there is a bit of logic to this. I'm going to favor breaking this down because the odds of me upgrading this any further nil. I'm not going to buy that many wands to do it. But the odds of me upgrading this, actually reasonable. They're all still confused, but you are by far the most dangerous, so let's just take you out. I can steal some mana off you, so keeping people confused. Thank goodness for magic users, really. Well, we were getting dangerously close there. Gonna break that down, sure. Desperately need to upgrade a bit, though. I could have rolled before doing anything, but I knew I wanted to get rid of that wand. And I don't necessarily want to roll too much for this, but, well, let's see if there's anything truly amazing. 25 armor? I'll swap that out, sure. Keep going. Faith. And since we've got silver, I can equip it. Okay. Let's go. Ooh. Damage and armor scaling. We lose a tiny bit of armor, but gain a lot of damage. Okay, well that can go then. All right. We'll stop rolling there. I'll do a little bit of upgrading every floor, but I will maintain that I think it is best to keep hold of your cash until the last moment, and to keep hold of your converts till the last moment. Okay, we'll keep that in reserve for the same reason as I did on the last video. For those who might not have watched it, keeping that so I can swap it out later against certain enemies who are very dangerous if you allow them to dodge. Far more dangerous beyond simply you not hitting them. If they dodge, they can pull off effects, kind of danger. Let's punch our way through there. Keep stealing on the mana. No idea what that says, but death message of Mercs. Let's get through here. Don't want spellbind. Of course, I don't really need to. Ooh. Okay. Rare moment where that actually is useful to me. But one of the reasons why I don't convert every time, because it is free, is two. It's technically not, because if I buy an item, it'll automatically replace, like so. But if I convert an item, I'll convert just for this fight. None of these I want. There we go. It doesn't replace it. So I have to pay the refresh cost to get that back. But secondly, I can only do that once. And doing it every single fight, that's inefficient. I don't know what I need to protect against yet. I mean, I guess if you know the game well enough, you can look at a fight and be like, yeah, I'm not winning this, and I'm not going to win this because of this, and then you could deal with that. But for me, convert is my last chance card. So I want to just keep that for as long as I can. And the reason why I want to do that is I don't want to be spending money re-rolling all the way through this. And that's why I don't re-roll until the end. It's because by the end of the floor, I will go ahead and I will use my my accumulated wealth to potentially find the best thing to break down. There might be quite a few things that I would be able to find in order to break down. Also, I need to swap that over. There we go. Sorted. That can now go, as can this. But having money there means that if I was to encounter a really dangerous opponent and I suddenly realized, okay, I died because of something I wasn't expecting. Maybe I thought my armor was enough, but it was health that killed me. Then I could lock in anything that gives health and keep re-rolling until I find more of that thing. Basically, I am I'm able to react to the actual thing that's dangerous to me better by keeping this and keeping my money until the very, very end. Or at least that's the way I see it. Wow, buying that right now. 40 armor is no joke. Mind you, 8 magic damage is also no joke. We'll see. Right, let's get rid of the stun there. Let's punch our way through you. Of the two of you, you're actually roughly equal in damage output. Now you are by far the highest. And there we go. Right, get rid of that. Okay, now we can roll. Do I want to go for 40 armor? It would cost me half my money to get it, so no, I actually don't. I want to keep rolling and see if there's something better here. Like that. That was well worth it. 7 wisdom isn't a terrible one for 39. Sure, I'll pick it up. It's a possibility. I think we're... Ooh. Okay, so Ethercrest scales. Right now, this scales with leather, which is actually quite nice. But the faith doesn't scale. which is unfortunate. I don't want to get rid of silver because I've got so many items in silver. I could get rid of leather in exchange, but ultimately the reason why I would want to take Ethercrest is because Ethercrest's armor scales very easily. So I will... Oh, my lord, okay. I will pick these up. We'll see what else we've got in store. Some wisdom and max energy. I mean, that's not terrible. Also, the other nice thing about Ethercrest is it allows you to cast Frozen Strike. And since I've got a lot of mana in the first few turns, that's a reasonable thing for me to go for. Pick that up as well. Gonna keep rolling for a little bit more. Merge that. May as well merge these. There's no reason not to. Okay, that's the end of our rolling. Well, this is 15 faith now. But it's 15 faith that I can get this way instead. And then I can afford to get rid of the silver and switch over to Ethercrest. Gives me a good bit of armor. It's 168 versus, because I forgot to check because I'm a dumb. Yeah, no, it's much better armor. Let's pop that into position. I'm also going to break that down later, though. This can now go. But that gives me an extra spell. It gives me a lot more armor. It gives me the ability to afflict freeze just by hitting opponents, but also doesn't require that I get rid of the mercenary set, because that is how I've got 2 attacks right now, and my damage output is actually quite low, I would say. Okay, let's get faith gone. My damage output just went up a bunch, because I'm now doing 15% extra damage to elites, and everything I fight are elites, and that was the whole point in going with honor. If you know that you're going to gun down for getting... the faith upgrades, then honor mode is actually in many ways easier, but you've got to build up that faith very fast. You can't drag your feet. Also, my health is garbage, and we are soon going to be seeing things that can punch through armor. I need to get my health up. I actually really need to get my health up. I shouldn't have sold those boots. That was a silly move of mine. And one I will be punished for. Right, who's the biggest threat here? You. Let's get you stunned. Let's get you removed. There we go. Oh, well, it wasn't stunned, sorry. It was confusion and also the frozen effect. The actual spell we cast with Ethercrest, Frozen Strike, dramatically reducing their damage output. Equivalent in terms of their damage output there. Let's punch through. Now, of course, I'm not going to equip this because this gives me flat freeze attack rather than freeze attack percentage. Oh, God, we're already seeing them. I cannot allow you to survive. I need to punch my way through you while I've still got enough mana to keep casting that. Those are by far and away the most dangerous things that we were going to face there. And I need a way to stop them being as dangerous, because right now... a poor engagement with multiple of those would end this run. And it would end it really easily. You can go ahead, get a free attack. Well, actually, you won't attack, but you will leave. That's okay. I don't mind that. All right, now let's try and punch through. 7 wisdom, 12 wisdom. There we go. What have we got in the chest? Something I don't care about. Another thing I don't care about. 18 armor. No, we're not keeping that. I can go. Nothing behind you that I'm scared about, which is great to see. Let's get through you. Take out the barrier user before they become a nuisance. Get rid of this. There we are. Okay. We've now got amazing mana gauntlets. 1.3k has been achieved. Let's go for it. But what I really need is to get health. Abyssal Shadow Vortex. I mean, that massive damage is nice, but it's a part of another set, which it focuses on dodge, so not useful to me. Ooh. Kinda good. I mean, this is already a nice amount of magic damage. And that... I'll pick it up and we'll start building it, but we're not looking for it right now. Physical attack doesn't work for me. That does, though. Let's get that in place. Okay, now we would be multiplying this by 4. This can no longer compete. We'll lose a chunk of damage, yes. A lot of damage. But we gain so much armor. I'll keep these and see if we can build them into something. absolutely picking that up for ourselves because it's a freebie. 21 electricity wouldn't be terrible, but it's not health. I purely need health right now. Upgrading that isn't awful. Lock that in place. Lock that, I think. There's the blitz that we need. Okay, well, oh, man. There's the blitz I really want. Okay, selling this, buying that. We're going to go ahead and upgrade that. This is the only thing that has health for me right now, and it's just not good enough. The best thing I can do is upgrade the rings that I've currently got. Right, dismantle this. We've got a bit of blitz now. 5 blitz. This means that our magic damage on the first turn is multiplied by 5. A huge upgrade in damage output, but no upgrade in health. I was really hoping that we might find a little bit of something there, but sad. Right, if we don't hit, of course, doesn't matter. It's only on the first turn that this applies. So we do really rather need to be quick about killing our enemies here. We'll grab that to merge. Orion? No, not useful for me. Not useful for me. Needs to... Is there anything behind you? No. And you were also the most dangerous, so that's fine. It vexes me that I'm not going to be able to drink your mana, but oh well. Right, you absolutely need to not be alive. Thank goodness. But again, if all they need to be is in multiple columns, and I'm doomed. Will I be able to punch through? 2 attacks will get me... Will get me through, but not through the thing behind, so I'm going to hold off on that. Let's get rid of that. Punch through. There we go. Really? You offend me with this trash. Right. You're going to be vexing. Right now I can weaken them, and I still have the ability to take them out in a single turn. Okay, here we go. My lord, I need that. I would love to build it up. I would perhaps even like to have some of the flash set. I would be willing to get rid of the legendary leather pants in order to get this. But not on the cards for us just yet. I'm going to let you steal. Okay. Oh, it was multiple of them in a row. Mythic Orion. I mean, the armor's nice. That is not useful to me, though. Honestly, not useful. It would be better to have the cash. Alright, let's punch through. Deal with you next. And start working our way through there. Alright. Wasn't terrible. Certainly wasn't great, though. 15 health? Yeah, I mean, it's a freebie ring, maybe. I mean, I've got health thanks to the rare Omni ring. But I feel that we need more. Okay, that would be very nice. 24 now, multiplied by 2. Well... You know what? I think I'm going to just have to lean into this now. So that was actually a poor purchase because it was an expensive one. Still, I think that is going to be the better route. I'll try and build this ring up. No. Don't need those. We'll use this, though. 36 wisdom. Not even going to try with that anymore. More flash boots. Don't mind. Ooh. Okay, so adaptive attack doesn't matter to me, really. Though, technically, I'd only be dropping my base damage output by 18. The thing here is status effects will be applied to all enemies, and I will mimic in the first 3 turns. Thing is, what I need... I would lose 1 mana, and I would lose the ability to restore it, but... any... effect I create, so my freeze and indeed my frozen strike, which I only cast currently on the person directly in front of me, it gets applied to everyone. That is legitimate. Oh, 5 insight as well. These are actually very, very tempting. I'll pick this up Can continue building my armor, obviously. 20 armor and 10 faith is really tempting. Okay, we're swapping that out. 36 magic damage or 8 magic damage and then 400% on the first turn. I think it has to be that. I really am feeling that maybe I'm making a mistake though by not going for the health. I can always get more magic damage later. This is no longer something I'm building, so let's get that out of the way. Got a lot of things over here now that I'm trying to build toward. That is better. I'll just sell that one. Really? Why you gotta be such a scoundrel and offer me such great loot? That is multiplied. God damn it. It's so expensive, though. I'm probably never going to get to it. I guess keeping that there as a potential oh no moment, it makes sense. Alright, go ahead and dismantle them. Actually, that's the better one. You know what? I may as well get rid of those, in fact. Okay, cleared up my inventory a little bit. See, having that for single row attack, so basically having that active in the very beginning, because this is only going to make sense if I've got multiples. So in a way... Oh, okay, well now it makes sense. But there we go. Punching through. Thunderstrider's not a bad one. That can be broken down into just pure wisdom. There's no use for it yet, though. Those electricity, now that I'm applying it to everything, makes a lot of sense. Let's punch through. There we go. Couldn't even quite see what was behind there, but I'm glad I went for you. Let's just take you out. And then we'll slowly work our way through you. Damage way down now, though. Right, it's going to go way up. So let's just annihilate you. Let the thief take their dues. It's worth losing it in order to survive. Need you removed. Needed to use that blitz on them. There was just nothing, no other way I could get through that. Well, right now I assume there's no other way. Well, let's take out... Oh, damn it, I missed what was behind you. That is vexing. Alright. We no longer have silver, by the way, so I'm no longer cleansing effects, so I do need to be aware of that. Reminding myself constantly that I'm no longer immune to such things. Is there... No, that's just a regular spider behind you. So I'm... Ooh, I would waste my blitz there, though. But I can't afford to have Spellbind active. Bloody harpies. Oh, my lord. So much of my health gone. Now time to start working through you. Thankfully, they have been weakened with that initial attack. The weakness and the Spellbind, huge. We'll just sell that one straight away. No longer able to apply the weakness, though, which is a bit of a problem to anything behind. What we need to be able to do is just wipe out the front row completely. Right, okay, time to start rolling. I will take that and I will merge these two. I will take all of these in hopes that I eventually merge something. We've now got the pants. I would lose something precious, though, if I did that. That second attack is genuinely precious to me right now. No, we're not going to get rid of that just yet. In fact, that's actually giving me 3 attacks now. God, I wish there was something cheap and cheerful that I could get rid... so that I could go for... in place of the leather there. But I don't know of anything that's that... Maybe the boots? Because I'd lose the least amount of protection from boots. Sure, we'll keep our eye out now for leather boots, and then I'll switch over the Ethercrest pants. But I need that extra. I just flat out need that extra damage, really. Sure, I'll grab those instead. That would be better for electricity if I want it. Don't really care for those, really. 50 malice. Every time the owner is attacked, apply malice damage. I mean, nice. Because this doesn't care how much damage the enemy did. It just applies it. But it's not what we're looking for right now. I would... 7 insight? Okay, well, that's currently the front runner. Picking that up for the merger for Faith. There's no point in me having that. That would have been nice to have merged them. I shouldn't have sold it until I knew I wasn't going to need it. 14 insight here, though. And it's purely the insight I'm going for. I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to hold that onto that until I'm done with my rolling. Common Zypher's Eye. Cast Spell Bind. Spellblind on all enemies. That actually isn't terrible. It would bring me back down to 1 attack, though. But with Blitz, I will probably punch through whatever I attack the first time. If I could just get this... If I could get Demonic working with this, then that might actually work. I'm going to hold on to that for the potential that it could build into what we've got. And I guess I'm holding on to that one too. Okay, that is definitely what we're going for. So dismantle that. Crazy amounts of Blitz now. I'm going to move this down. Actually, no, we're going to move that one down instead. How do I want to move these around? Yeah, I think that would work. Alright, let's punch our way through. Shouldn't take too much effort. Now, if only I had something that could be a spell I cast every turn that just prevents things from dodging in any way, or using their physical abilities. That truly would be the best thing ever. Oh my lord, it takes me so long to get through now. So long to punch through. I need to be aware of that. The Confuse will stop you from being able to attack. And since I didn't lose access to my magic damage, that worked out okay. But Frozen Strike is rough on me now. Right, you're not going to be able to... Oh, I'm not casting Confusion anymore. That was from... Oh, actually, no, I should be casting Mind Control. Why am I not? Oh. No, I am actually genuinely confused on that. I'm not sure why I'm not casting Confuse on everyone. But alright. Clearly I need to break through this. I'm going to purchase this, and I just want to see how this affects things. So, right now... Oh, I need to take that off, and I need to take... Okay, let me put that back on. Swap these out. My only attack now. Significantly higher, however, but it is my only attack. So, versus 3 attacks from 95. That's still a better deal for me, ultimately. Alright, well, I'm going to be getting rid of that one then. That's a given. Let's roll 15 power. Sure, this will well... The power I don't mind. Let's see if I can't get... Ooh. Dark and Zypher Set. Spellbind and Mind Control. Don't think that would actually work out that well for me. 25 Wisdom will work, though. Let's see what we can do. Starting to see royal items showing up, which is interesting. Alright, don't want Frozen Strike. Don't want to be envenomed. We need to punch through your ability. But we can do that later. You've got a lot of health. Frozen Strike is going to ruin me if I let it stand, though. Go ahead, just dig through them. There we are. Okay, we survived, but at what terrible cost? 22 Wisdom, not something to turn my nose up at. Okay, well, we're now very, very firmly in the territory of not being able to pick up all the loot, which kind of sucks, but... I could... No, I don't have energy to get rid of their dodge. And they all do so much damage. Is there anything behind you? I can't tell. No, there wasn't. That was a poor choice then on my part. Thankfully, they are weakened, so they're not able to punch through my my defenses particularly well. You will be devastatingly powerful. They can survive 3 attacks right now. So it all comes down to how long I can, you know, keeping them weakened, basically. Melios floor record. I'm really concerned about the scaling that we've got going on right now. It is not high enough. Don't know exactly what's behind, but we're going to go through you. Okay, we got rid of an annoying thief. Sorry. Actually, I think they're just rogues in the general sense. Oh, no, okay, not too bad. Managed to steal some mana off you. Okay, what are we going to get? 49 wisdom, 40 armor, and a bunch of toughness, which would resist some of the concern that I have over health. Still going to increase our health, though. Right, Spellbind would be game over for me. In no uncertain terms. Ouch. Yeah, the venom is ruining me. Yeah, okay, so is there something we're going to be able to use here? I can upgrade that. More insight would be useful. More insight would be useful, but I mean, we are already going through whatever I attack, so actually wouldn't be as useful as the wisdom. So, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to buy that one and not use it up. Ooh, okay, that works. Lock that in. Oh, man, that would be great to have. So great. But it would also use all my money, so rolling more would be a non-starter. Okay, I think this might be the best that we've got. What I ultimately need right now is demonic. Either that or switching over to Hunter's Ring. But demonic would be nice. 44 wisdom there now. Alright, getting rid of you. Punching through this one as well would be quite useful. But being ruined with poison is the big problem here. I don't actually understand why the poison is increasing. Oh. Apply poison stack on hit for every toxicity. Right. And I don't have confuse. I think my lack of using spells is what is preserving mana for my confuse is what's killing me here. I had too many other things I cast mana on. I cast Frozen Strike. Was that the only thing I cast, though? Oh, I mimicked. I mimicked on the first turn, which used up... Oh, man, that sucks enormously. Okay, so the mimic effect caused me to mimic the spell that the enemy was trying to cast, which used up my mana reserves. Damn it! All right, I should have drilled a little bit deeper on that second attempt. Well, the first time when I saw the poison damage being ramped up. Okay, well, that is the way it is. Can't win them all. We at least managed to surpass 60% of players. But what is our death message going to be? Killed by a mimic, obviously. All right, then. Well, given that, we've definitely got enough time for us to check out someone else. So how about we have a quick look-see and see what we can do with one of the other characters. You know what? I don't expect to get very far with Viren. With Chroma Lure, every time your health is about to take damage, convert 50% of it to poison and then apply it to yourself. Now, this would be okay if we had some way of getting rid of poison, but not having a way of getting rid of poison would be really rough. Alternatively, go with Legacy. Mark. The target with this mark is unable to block, parry, or dodge. Wow. Actually, might be able to get quite far with that, especially if we could apply that effect to everyone. Huh. It costs no mana. Okay. Let's go with Jace. We'll see how this goes. Prodigality, Swarm, or Honor Mode. Doubles market refresh price, doubles gold gain. I wouldn't mind this one. We could go with the Faith straight off the bat. Or go with Armor straight off the bat. Go with increased toughness straight off the bat. And then more armor, I suppose. As long as you don't have them go from 1 to 1, they maintain their 25%. So 25 goes to 10, goes to 10. But 25 to something else goes back to 25, which is actually quite a nice one. We've got Honor, all would be elites. Let's maybe not do that one. Swarm is tempting. Especially if you go with trying to move your abilities around a bit. You know what? Sure. Why not? We didn't end up using electricity at all during that fight, which is a little bit of a rough one. Let's go with... you know what? Sure. We'll go with electricity, adaptive attack, and total attacks. Just to give us that little bit of extra oomph with our attacks that we might need to get through things. Okay, well, you're a basic setup over here. Let's go ahead and, well, I may as well just grab any old item for this one. And let's just start working our way through. I am going to be stunned. There's not a lot I can do about that. We will also grab leather boots so I can get an extra attack and maybe a little bit more gubbins as we go. Let's punch our way through there. Do I need wisdom? No, I do not need wisdom. I'll go with the wooden hammer, sure. I need something other than boots, though, definitely. I don't mind those boots in particular, though. I will definitely accept those. Gladly, even. Right, now that's the only thing that we've got to break down. Let's get rid of the bats. The bats are the rough ones early on. This one's going to be a much longer fight, simply because of the fact that we're fighting 6 enemies on every round. There we go. And through there we go. Alright, a little bit of a problem. Down to our health, but should be okay. There we go. Get rid of the bat. That bat is casting a disproportionately enormous shadow, I just noticed. Not sure what I think about that, if I'm honest with you. I could go with the sword instead of the hammer, because it would double my attacks. Actually, me as well. We'll keep that in reserve for now. There we go. We are up to 6 total attacks right now, and that's going to just keep getting bigger with the leather armor there, which is amusing to me. There we go. Not too bad of an attack. Really. You have all boots all the time. Is this stream sponsored? Well, is this video? I'm so used to saying stream now. My lord. That's due punishment. Fair enough. Is this video sponsored by a cobbler? Right, we don't need that. I wouldn't mind getting... sure, I'll upgrade there. I will also upgrade these, by all means. Don't really care for either of those. We'll actually just straight up buy that. We'll further up. Wow, okay. I guess I can just have the legendary armor there. Wow. Okay. Dear Lord. Why? Why are you... There's something suspicious going on here. Anything truly amazing. I mean, I could just go ahead and use that rather than buy it. There's no reason not to, so sure. Right, this should allow me to just basically demolish everything in front of us. So let's start with you. Now you. And finally all the way through there. There we go. Right, what would I like to upgrade at this point? Well, I unfortunately burrowed through quite a lot of my cash there. I could go with the Common Warrior set. With the amount of attacks that I have, that would make sense. But it would necessitate me swapping over to the Mallet instead. I think I'm okay with that for now. Let's keep rolling. Ooh, tempting. I would love just leather anything else. Can't grab that. Gonna pick this up just in case. I really love leather anything else. Currently that's the best armor for me to break down. By a fairly wide margin actually. Fine. Grab you. Continue trying to build that up where I am able to. Of course, the game's not going to let me. Fine, we're going to get... no, I'm going to go for the 5 damage. The amount of attacks we have makes that way more worth it to me. Alright, let's just go ahead and dig through. And, wow. Okay, we applied Arthur's Mark to both targets. Every turn, apply Arthur's Mark on a random enemy. Interesting. Not sure why it got applied twice, but I'll take it, certainly. Right, there's a spellcaster behind you, so let's take you out. I guess it doesn't really matter the order in which I do this at this point. Technically, I could put that over there, since I'm not using these anyway. It does sort of make sense to do that, but I think for now we'll hold off. Alright, let's get rid of you. Don't think the Spellbind actually does anything to me right now. Okay, 12 armor is better, so we will switch over to that in a moment. Right, the Orion set. This could be really nice, because on hit, your attacks will armor break 75% of active armor or below. The Orion set is a really nice one to build for a physical character. So at this point, I'm probably going to forgo switching over to the Warrior set. And in fact, we're just going to get rid of that now. So I've got a spare item in this set that we can go to. Don't know what we're going to use for that, but you know what? Let me have a quick look-see, see if I can't find something of value. I mean, I could go with the Hunter set for now. Every attack becomes a precise attack. That wouldn't trigger, but we'd have a crit chance. Either that or Uncommon Silver. You know what, let's go for Uncommon Silver for now. Just so that I've got that set being used. Alright, let's get rid of the thieves before they steal all my gold. And get really rude. Let's take out the boar. We will then get the skelly bones out of the way. I'm picking up a couple of interesting items here, but we know we're not going to go back to the sword. And it is virtually impossible for us to switch out of this right now. Oh, I see. It's on the first turn. It's done before I do anything else. That's actually quite nice, because otherwise you'd have to waste the first turn trying to get through a harpy's dodge. No, I've made my mind. It's going to be the Orion set. Not going elsewhere for that. Take care of you. And job's a good one. Oh man, you're giving me a tough decision. I do not want to be weakened though. It's more important to me not to have that happen than anything else. Oh, yeah. Boar survived. Well done, Boar. Kind of impressed. Right, once again, don't mind the Spellbind. I'm not casting any spells right now anyway, so it really doesn't affect me. Sure, we'll merge these. Nothing else really. Okay. Alright, a bit of extra faith. I'll happily take that. That does now mean I can get rid of the mythic leather boots for the 12 armor. I don't have any other parts of that set though, so it's not actually valuable to me to do so yet. Let's just try and punch through that. They actually do a lot of damage. I keep forgetting that. I keep overlooking how much damage the mages do. That is a very, very silly thing. Ooh. Yes. There we go. Absolutely worth it. Would be worth it if I wasn't using silver armor, or indeed leather. But I am. That's giving me 15 armor. That wouldn't be able to compare, so we're not going to go for that. I'll definitely break that one down. We'll also use that one to break down. And these seem reasonable at this level to go for. Eventually I'm going to be swapping all of those out, so I wouldn't mind picking that up, but I think this is good enough. Sure, we'll merge that as well. Of course. We'll keep hold of that for now. We'll also pick that up to replace you. And Legendary Warriors Chestplate. Not one for us. Okay, let's take you out then. We should be able to punch through with the amount of attacks we've got. There we go. Again, I keep forgetting how powerful those mages are. And it is very much my own fault. Alright, let's swap those out. That's giving me 18 armor now. It's good enough. The warrior... Oh, I forgot to put that on. Wow, okay. I'm kind of surprised we managed to get it through then. Do I want to buy something just to get 40 armor? It's not a bad use of my cash, but I could instead build up my current setup. And I think that's worth more to me right now. Good lord, that's just getting crazy. And we've now got the pants as well. Oh, that's a little bit vexing. However, well, that does mean I lose the 10 armor from this, so I've gained 8. I've gained a lot more there, and these are now scaling. This works for me. That does work for me. Okay, goodbye to you then. We'll continue rolling, see if there's something truly marvelous. Physical damage would be awesome at this point. I threw away armor that I could have actually used there. That was silly of me. This game has a boot fetish, apparently. I'll build that up a little bit more. I can't use that as a helmet, unfortunately. That will work. I'll lock it in. But we definitely need a helmet. We need rings as well. Alright, so 18 armor. It's kind of rough. It's really not that great, but it is what it is. Right then, let's see what we can do. First attack should just plow through most things. Whatever column I attack, I am going to annihilate. The 1 silver we've got cleansed us of the confusion there, which is very nice. Which means I don't need to worry about the stun, actually. There we go. Nor the second one. So I can focus on more pressing concerns. But I'm going to get into the habit of doing that. And then I will forget that I've sold off the silver set, and I will be very, very, very frustrated with myself. Yeah. This amount of attacks, though, is allowing us to burrow through dodge for the time being. It won't last forever. So we do need to either increase the amount of attacks we have dramatically, or find a way of getting this onto every target. For example, you can't dodge right now. Like, at all. Which is glorious. Of course, I suppose if you just last long enough, the only targets left are going to be the ones you're going to want to dodge, but it means you'd have to survive their attacks first, which is a less appealing prospect. Making some good progress now, though. Power through you, take you out. There we are. Go for the ball. Not that we needed to worry about the stun specifically. And, ooh, Very nice. Okay, I'll accept. 10 armor is the best. Alright. Not great, certainly. Thankfully, the stuns weren't a big concern there. You are doing much more damage. There we go. Need to get my armor scaling happening soon. Common silver ring. I'll absolutely take the faith. Common turtle might not be a bad one. Receive 0 damage in the first turn and gain 3 armor shields per ancient. The amount of armor shield stacks you get at the beginning of the round. Next time you're about to get hit, break 1 shield and ignore that much damage. That would be great against enemies with multiple hits, because they would very quickly overwhelm the amount of block you have. Grab you as well. The Hungry Blade showing up once more. Not what we're looking for, though. Oh, damn it. I passed on that that ring. I was a little bit too click happy there. I apologize. So just a few fractions of a second too late. 15% lifesteal on this build wouldn't hurt. We'll pick that up. And that looks like the best we're going to get, honestly. I could get the 16 armor, but not really that useful. Okay, we are low on health and have no real protection to speak of. This will work. We will grab that. Gives a little bit more health. Ouch. Of course, yeah, they're doing 12. Okay, so gonna lock that in place. Got a lot of armor here, actually. Do we want to go for more damage, though? Kind of. I'll lock that one in as well. Don't care for the wisdom. 28, sure, I'll just merge them. Alright, I'm not going to be building that any more than this. Okay, Blackthorn wouldn't be terrible at this point for us. If I could get that instead of the silver, but I'd have to drop the ring as well. It would still be very nice, though. You know what? I'm going to lock it. We'll roll once more. Sure, that... Oh. Actually... Yes. That works even better. More that will multiply the armor that we've got. And will multiply the health. And will multiply the toughness. Okay, you're less of a concern now. We've already got 10 toughness multiplied 3 times, so you shouldn't be able to punch through. So you're actually the weakest thing in this lineup now. That changed quite drastically. I'm going to say we're going to forego having the silver here. Again, it's going to mean that I'm immediately going to start forgetting that I need to worry about the cleanse, or status effects specifically. Can I afford to punch through you? I can. There we go. And we're good. Alright. That changed everything for us. Thank goodness. So I want to just get rid of this in order to try and buy. That's got more to it, yeah. Need 360 for that. We should be able to get there. But yeah, we're not doing enough damage anymore. By a fair way. You do 5, you do 4, you do 21, so I need to focus you down. Gonna punch through there. Okay. Looking a bit safer now. Okay, locking that in. Alright. Swapping out the silver. I'll go ahead and break down the faith first. Actually, that's very low amount of faith. So we'll go with that one instead. You're going to steal my stuff. That's okay. I'd rather you do that than me have to deal with being stunned. Yep. And Blackthorn is now actually starting to work out for us. I mean, it's magic damage, so I have no idea if that is going to be multiplied in any way. However, maybe power would do that. Let's have a quick read of power. Multiplies all attack damage specifically. Multiplies increasing magic damage output by total wisdom. That might work. So maybe getting adaptive attack, increase your current attack damage. I think maybe wisdom will increase the magic damage I do. I don't know. There's a big question mark on that one. 9, 5, well actually sorry, 9, 10 and 18. So you're the one I need to focus on. Everyone is killing themselves. That much I approve of. Perfect. Alright, once again, we want to upgrade those straight away. Ooh, Ethercrest. No, we're not building Ethercrest, that's just not happening. Alright, very nice. Okay, that worked out quite well. Let's not have to deal with barrier, please. Now, again, the beautiful thing about Blackthorn is it doesn't care what their damage is. It only cares about if you had any armor left when they attacked you, after they attacked you, because if so, it will do that much damage back to them. So building staggering amounts of armor is now our chief goal. The best survival strategy for us. Because right now, they're killing themselves just on my armor alone. Or almost as my armor was going down. There we go. Deal with you. And job's good done. Right, don't want magic damage. 20 armor. Nope. Definitely don't want these. Alright, who here is the most annoying? It would be... actually, you. For the one attack you'll get off. I couldn't even get through it, unfortunately, but... right, well, clearly need to deal with the spider more than anything else. Or the spider can deal with itself. That also works. Right, time to start rolling then. I would like to potentially upgrade my current necklace. I would like to get a better necklace, if I'm honest, but... well, we're not going to be going with that. That's just... there's nothing here that I would want for that. Right, I want to start upgrading Blackthorn. Elemental and physical. I would like to increase my physical. Like, truly. But that's going to be a bit of a tricky one. For now, that's kind of outside my range. There we are. Oh, no, not quite an upgrade yet. Wouldn't mind grabbing you. Sure. Rage Ring, not a bad choice. 15% physical attack, and it is setless, so I can definitely use it. Nothing there. Hunger Blade. Yeah, you're not on the cards anymore, sadly. Okay, well maybe the ring would be useful at some point. 24 armor or 10 faith. Increasing my damage output by 10% against elites would be nice. Or just going for just flat out physical damage might even be better. Because this is actually getting quite low. The armor would be nice, but there's bound to be better ways of me getting that. I think we're going to go for the physical damage, and I'm just going to buy something to that end. So that I can continue trying to build up my weapons physical damage. There we go. You're going to do very little damage, but you're going to sustain enormous amounts. Pretty much everyone here is going to be in the same boat, but I'll work through you if I can. Right, there we are. Let's merge those. Getting a little bit extra toughness, a little bit of extra health. Very much appreciated. There we go, and work on the thief. Thank goodness. Right. I'm not going to be able to stop you in one turn. I'm not even going to try. I do not have enough damage output. I'll take care of the confusion if I can. I couldn't even get rid of the confusion. My damage is so garbage. I desperately need to get that up. It hurts. I can't even stop one of these. It's embarrassing. Right, get an extra turn there. More or less just going to let them kill themselves on me. There is a character that specializes in Blackthorn. That's their passive. So you'd have Blackthorn even without having to use Blackthorn armor, because right now it would be better for me in terms of my overall damage output to go for Orion in this slot. But right, going to work on you since it's going to be easier. And the faster I can make them get into the front row, the faster they're going to kill themselves. Is basically the way I'm looking at it. Let's go through here. Oh, I forgot. I'm weak. Right, they've ruined enough of my armor now that they're generally getting through. That is tempting, but not good enough. 30 power I will buy at this point. Abyssal Warrior's chestplate. I mean, quite nice. But not really what we're aiming for right now. Another death record. Got to floor 5 though. Almost to the end of floor 5. Actually, that kind of sucks even more. Let's be honest. It hurts more if you almost got to where you would start getting new unlocks and change like milestone levels. 7 recovery would be nice, but I don't think I can afford to go for that. Right, there we go. Helmet, equip, loads more armor now. We had so little cash this run because I bought this. Gonna go for that, sure. Okay, you are going to. Actually, no. The amount of damage we just increased was quite convincing. That works for me. Let's try and get rid of you by absorbing all your blocks first. Really would rather not have to deal with the venom. Not that that fight was going to last long enough for it to really be a problem for me. Let's take you out as well. Right, no matter what I do here, I'm going to be slowed massively, so I'm just going to tank the stuns there. Main thing being that anything that was attacking me on that lineup was going to kill itself. There was no version of events where that didn't happen. There we are. But this is only going to work for us for a little while. We need to be constantly upgrading my armor right now. Oh my lord. This many thieves? You absolute scallywags. The amount of money they just nicked. Dear lord. I've got poison now. So my regeneration is trying, bless it, but got a little bit of poison again. And the wisdom. I mean, I could try it. 42 armor there, though. Hard to say no. The energy would be good. I just don't know. No, I think we're going to say no on that one. I'm very tempted, but I think ultimately that wasn't the right pick for me. Right. Okay, floor 6. Let's have a look at what we can find. We're, of course, looking for... Well, actually, I wouldn't mind upgrading that. We've got the Uncommon Orion Core. That is a better necklace by far. Okay, that one is now available for us, possibly to break it down. Whether we will or not is yet to be decided. 30 health and 21 combat. I mean, it's always better to keep percentage bonuses on your gear rather than breaking them down, unless you've got so much you really don't care. So I will break this one down instead of swapping it out. That way the 15% is still being applied to the new value. Demonic would be great at this stage, but what I would swap for it is a hard decision. I could, I guess, if I'm able to build up my Orion or whatever set for armor enough, then we start to become truly more dangerous when people attack me than when I'm attacking them. But one thing I could do is lose some of the attacks. I've only got 4 right now because we no longer have any leather with us. So I'd be going down to 2. But I'd be able to get rid of the swiftness set here. Potentially. Depends on... I might replace it with another weapon, like the blood set, the vampiric ones. So I'd still need to find something. That might be... At that point, it would have to be the Blackthorn going. That would suck, but... If I want demonic, that would be the way I would achieve it. Not a good situation to be in, having to choose between those. Wow, okay. Have I got enough to be able to... No, not even close. Actually... Yes. Well, you're immediately going to be sold then. There is nothing else that I could... Oh, actually, I take that back. There are things that I'm going to want. Malice would achieve more or less the same effect. Okay, so... I would get Mimic again, but this build isn't based on me having or casting spells. It's based on an innate ability that triggers. And I think I have to go for it. I have to. We have to give it a try. Uncommon Warrior's Helmet. No, not for me. Now, if I want to make this work, I'm going to have to get rid of Blackthorn at some point. Which is... Right now, it feels a bit like a crutch that I don't want to be rid of. 15 Faith wouldn't be too bad. That one is not... Ooh, okay, locking that in. And locking that in. Okay, this is good enough. We're going to get a big bump to our health and our damage output here. But we have definitely lost... Well, we've lost basically 2 attacks. But as you can see, everything is getting that effect applied now. It is now quite important that I get Demon. Had I thought it through a little bit more clearly, I might well have opted instead to hold on to that so that I could swap based on the situation. Probably should have. Right, you definitely need to die. There we are. Oh, God. Right, okay, well, they... Okay, never mind. Mimic. Okay, so you know what? Mimic is actually doing some work there. I approve. I keep forgetting how that's going to work out, but I do approve. Ooh, that being said... Oh, no, this doesn't scale based its armor. That's a shame. That would have been amazing. It scales damage. It scales faith based on the amount of silver you also have. So this would work with a silver... Oh, yeah, of course. And then debuff immunity. Stop all debuffs from being applied. Yeah. It's kind of a cool item, but not for us. Not for our current setup, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter. They cannot stop me. They simply cannot dodge. And it makes me so very, very happy. Incredibly happy, actually. I would like to just dig through there, apply confusion to everyone. Still got poison, but... Yeah, I need a lot more damage output right now to be able to make this work. Because I'm unable to kill these enemies in a single round right now. You are dangerous, so let's get rid of you if we can. And let's get confusion going on everyone. Take out that harpy. Man, it feels weird to be able to so casually destroy harpies right now and things that dodge. Mind you, I'm taking up a very important weapon slot in order to be able to achieve that effect. So it's not coming for free. Certainly not. Still, I do appreciate it. 18 energy now might actually be useful for Mimic. I would love the demonic leggings, but it has to be the demonic ring. I cannot get away with using that instead. That would break too much of the build. Right now, we sink or swim based on our ability to deal with things that dodge. Energy would allow me to mimic physical feats. Yeah, okay, there we are. Now, if I pop that in there, we don't have the a demonic ring to go in its place yet, so there's no reason for me to try. But I do now have the armor that I'm going to want. And that is an important one. Okay, let's keep rolling. That will do. We've got common poor man's helmet. The common poor man... sorry, the poor man set. Common poor man. Is a really interesting one. Ooh. 30 physical damage might actually be more valuable to me right now than the potential that having extra energy would afford me. Definitely take that. Double merge. Oh, we've got a lot of options here. Well, actually having electricity now does make sense because I'm spreading that around. But having the extra punch of this would really help. So I think that's going to be the next one we go for. That being said, getting more and more electricity is kind of nice. And honestly, if I pick that up now, there's a good chance I could increase it even further. But I would get more out of just breaking those down twice. We'll see how that goes. Anything else in here that is particularly wonderful? Yes, there is. Okay, so 50 max health. We are definitely getting into territory which is extremely attractive here. Okay, the Blackthorn, of course. Yeah, Blackthorn is giving wisdom, so I'm going to say, based on that wisdom will increase the amount of reflected damage that Blackthorn does. Noted. The fact that the set itself tries to give that definitely means something. Evil Mark every turn. I would use up my mana a little bit, but I wouldn't necessarily be against that. Gonna lock that in place. Want to see if there's anything else. We'll definitely grab the... Well, okay, we'll definitely grab that multiple times. Gonna sell you. Pick that up. This ring is better. Okay, continuing to merge. All of the things. Alright, not bad so far. 15 power, 5 penetration. Not really worth our time. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. Never mind. There was one last thing that would be worth it for us. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, dismantle this. We are then going to say goodbye to Blackthorn. Going to merge these rings. The 15% physical attack is going to be changed for 75 malice, which is effectively giving us the Blackthorn effect. But even if I don't hit, my effects are still going to be applied. Unlikely with this particular setup. Very unlikely. Oh, actually, you know what? Instead. Ooh. Until I get demonic, why am I not just using this? Now I do need the energy. Well, actually, no, I don't. I still don't. But the crit chance is appreciated. Okay, that's not a bad little setup there. Another Berserker's Axe. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Let's just go ahead, punch through you. Don't want to have to deal with anything. Right, we're going to... You're going to have double attack. I can't mimic you, so there's no point in me worrying about it. The Electro Charge is going to deal with you. Honestly, a ring... If there was... Or an electric... Well, no. Not an electric necklace. I really want to just focus down the Orion set here. Pose floor record. Well done. Managed to get to floor 8. Again, no simple task getting to these higher floors. Let's lock that one in. I think that one's important enough for me to want to get later. Oh, interesting. That didn't trigger because they were behind. Ah. Okay, so having a bit of energy so that I can keep the hunter's effect active even on things that are behind the current opponent makes sense. Duly noted. Malice doing its job there. Appreciated. Let's get rid of the thief. Money's going to become increasingly more important to me. Really don't want to have that effect on me, thanks. Okay. Malice would have helped there. Of course, confusion. I wasn't thinking about the confusion effect, actually. It's a good point. I can still be confused. And when confusion happens, I would still be able to apply my on-hit effects. And even on the things, if something were behind another enemy, like here, I'll still be able to apply my electrocharge effects on them. That works very nice. Punch through there. And I'll just start sharing out the electricity. Okay, now that actually works really well. Evil mark being spread around liberally. Getting a bit more mana would be wonderful. I really, really wish that the extra mana effect of... I forget which set it is now, the mono mana set, was something that I could break down. But it would be so broken, because that's the first thing people would be doing. They would just be saving all of the mono mana sets so that they had infinite mana, basically, for a fight. Right, let's finish you off. There we go. Malice is working for us. Would like to get more of it so I can work harder. There we are. And open chest. What are we going to see? All of these are not worth it to me. Not a single one. Let's go through here. And through here. Now I'll go for the middle one because it'll share out the electrocharge a little bit more. Right, I think it is going to be the physical damage. Drastically improve that. But let's have a look at what else we might find. Okay. Well, we're not going to be taking these rings, so I can definitely get those out of my stockpile. I would like to pick that up, but I'll hold off on grabbing that for just yet. There we go. Ah, there we go. Uncommon demonic ring. That has to be the one we go for. There's really no contest with that whatsoever. What else do we have here? Anything I can merge? Not yet. Well, I kind of want to go for the faith. I really do, but finding an opportunity to break it down is proving hard. Right, that is definitely not worth it to me anymore. That may still be worth it because to use this ring, I'm going to need that. Though, again, as long as I've got this, I don't actually need this ring. Except for occasions when we punish it. You know what? It's taking up too much, so I'm going to get rid of it for now. Because I have to have other things with it in order to create that set. That will do. We'll merge these. Merge those. Okay, 100 malice is now quite appealing. Maybe even more appealing than the damage there. But the damage is going to be done across so many lanes that it is quite hard to say no to that. Sure, we'll upgrade these. We're going to continue to work on that one. 72 physical... Eternal Blade of the Ruined. Would work with the curse set. 72 multiplied with the curse set. God, my lord, that is beautiful. But I'll lock it simply so that I can use it as a potential... means of getting through a sticky situation. Wouldn't mind picking that up and breaking that down later. Let's go ahead and merge these. There we go. Getting somewhere now. Still got enough to keep building though. Another one. Much more achievable. But again, this is my oh no moment. I think I'm going to hold that in reserve shop. We're going to break this down at this point. I'm just going to try and work through this. These are for breaking down later. Everything in here. Actually, I can sell that one too, thinking about it. Makes things a little bit cleaner. I'll keep that one there, just because I might need it later. And I'll lock all of these. I might change my mind on what I want out of all of that. All right, what is my current toughness? It's 145. You've got a very, very great way to go before you're able to threaten me. All right, well, that being said, I'm going to attack on every lane now, so that works for me. Now, ooh, actually, thinking about it, if we had a situation with multiple Jupiters behind each other, and my initial attacks were going to kill the first Jupiter and then attack the second one, they would still be able to stun me. Oh, maybe that Hunter's Ring is actually... Maybe I jumped the gun really getting rid of that. I'm going to have to rebuild it. I shouldn't have second-guessed myself. That I kept those rings for a reason. All I've done is thrown away tactical versatility for the sake of a couple of extra inventory slots while I was rolling. That was a poor choice. It was a bad trade. Bad trade. Let's just dig through everything over here. And I wouldn't mind using your ability, actually. Sure. There's no reason not to. Right, that one can now be purchased if I want to later on. I may well do so. Though I'm honestly thinking it would be very nice to get more electricity being shared around. Start getting more and more status effects. I will avoid getting Dazzle for as long as I can because, oh my god, that sound effect is so bad. I don't care how powerful that could be in any particular build. It is so desperately and horribly annoying. Hopefully the devs... I've been looking around. I see a lot of people complaining about that, so I'm not necessarily going to add my voice to the chorus, but hopefully it is taken on board because, oh my lord. That is really nice for the faith. That is very nice. Oh, God, 72 though. Plus 90% critical damage. Very nice. I do still need to pick the enemy that I want to... Oh, God. That I want to attack so that I can properly mimic their abilities. Right. That one is the go-to right now. Do I want to spend 14k? No, I don't. I would like to buy this. 42 extra physical? Yeah, kinda. I'll hold on to that. Okay. 488. That'll do. Let's weaken everyone rather. If I had energy, I could use their abilities, but sadly no. And you again. Go. We should be able to race through at this point. Galefire. I mean, not bad actually, being able to spread that around if I really wanted to. But we don't use dodge, so it's really not a concern for me here. Right, pick that up. That is beautiful. 35. God. All right, so we're definitely going to be rolling through a lot of these later on, but I'm going to keep that as a potential. I am going to die unless I really drastically, radically, obscenely increase my stats. And not just one of them. I need overall better combat stats. That is going to be my get out of jail free card. Hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's get you all silenced. Big fan. Get you all confused. Sorry, weakened. Evil mark. I don't mind that, sure. And confused as well. I should have gone for the thief, actually, thinking about it. Never mind, I did. Let's take you out. Go for the stun. Go for the Galefire. And finish the job. Yeah, even with just 2 attacks, we are actually punching through. But again, if there was an item that had attacks that you could break down, I think it would be an instant pick, unless you were going mage, and in which case maybe mana would be the thing that you would go for instead. What do we have? Neither one is super important to me. I have no idea what your ability is, and we're not using it up, so I think you just have mana. You're just possibly a mana bank for someone who steals mana. Very nice, I suppose. Right. Okay, so given this, it's either health or recovery. No, I think it has to be just flat out damage there. And then we're going to roll, see if there's a couple of other things we might be able to pick up. Oh, nothing there that we want. Nope. I wouldn't mind merging these, so let's pick something that I don't care about. Rare crown, a lot of power there. The power penetration is a nice... Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Really, really? Apparently. I'm still going to go through that, but I'm going to lock this in place. And we'll rotate a couple of these. Definitely don't want that. There we go. Rare demonic sword. I miss the ability that we get from that way too much. Way, way too much. But it would be nice at some point to see a full demon set run. And just actually just barrel down towards that goal. I mean, sure, we'll switch them around. Merge. Very nice indeed. Grab you. Uncommon vampiric. Plus 34% health on a high amount of health is not a bad choice. At this point, that's the stuff that we are going to be looking for. Okay, it's costing me a bit too much to roll now. And I more or less know what I wanted to go for, so let's get that done. Now with that, we could go for the malice. A little bit of extra damage and some health. I honestly don't think that little bit of extra damage is worth me holding on to, actually. I think that would be a good enough switch. Also, why didn't I switch that up? Oh my lord, how long have I had that in my inventory? Too long, too long. I already know the answer and it's too long. Goodness. Oh well. Multi-cleanse. Fun, but not what we need. Right, let's take you out if I can. A stun wouldn't go amiss, sure. This amount of damage now is actually really very, very useful. Multi-magic shield. I don't have the mana to take that off you. You do have the mana to use that stun though. The harpy will not survive. I don't really... Oh, actually, I probably should have cared about you, shouldn't I? Sure, let's take you out before you run away. Let's get far through your ability. No, you managed to drop off the poison, which is annoying, but that's what we need the lifesteal for, ultimately. So building up the flash rings here, it's going to be huge for that. Yep. And once again, going through the middle there. Don't want to have to deal with you if I don't have to. There we are. You stunned me quite badly, but you actually did take a lot of damage having done it. It doesn't really matter where we attack here. The only thing that would be affected is... oh god, there was so much stunning happening all at once. So many units able to stun. That was disgusting. How dare you? Let's finish you off so you can't dig through my health too much. They are becoming dangerous. It's 113% now. would like to confuse, please. Thank you. And job's done. Right, what are we going to get? Toughness is nice. A lot of health. That is not worth it to me, but this possibly is. I am actually going to exchange those two. Uh-oh. Greatly not approving of this. Going to want to stun again. Right, you're dead to your own attack. And you'll be dead to my attack plus the electricity. Yeah, no, there's definitely a reason to build up that electro charge. Mind you, these are no slouch. They're digging through it fast enough. Okay, so power, malice, or elemental power and toughness. Or we go for the lifesteal. Options there. I'm going to... Well, I really want to hold on to it, but... We're just going to swap these out. Don't need the wisdom. Just want to see what's the best item we can get. 50 electricity there. Gonna pick that up. Nope. Okay. There we go. A merger. Exactly what we wanted. 60% lifesteal now. Not really what we need. Another merger. 75 electricity. That's quite good. We've got... no, we're not going to be going for this. Nice scaling on the damage, but not for us. Not the right weapon for us, unfortunately. Is there anything else that's going to jump out at us, though? The ring, sure. Hunter's ring. Okay, like I said, I do need that. I very much want it. So I'm going to... I'm the furthest away from being able to upgrade these. So, getting rid of that item is fine. It's costing us a lot to keep rolling now. I'm gonna pick you. 60 energy though? Oh. That would allow me to run this ring for a while. And I'm going to need energy in order to do it. I'm thinking I will... Lifesteal for now. Electricity after that. Let's bring the rings together. There we go. I'm going to pick this up so that I can make that work. Probably should have already gotten that, honestly. Already built that at some point, but too late now. Sure, let's take that a little bit further. 100 electricity? Yeah, I'm down with that. Okay, that will work. My inventory is way too full, but it is what it is. I would very much like to remove you if I can. Thank you. Right, the lifesteal is not going to help me for a while, but when I need it, it might be able to prop us up. At this point, I want to start increasing my my health quite aggressively, and not through things like just the odd bit of health. I need to keep my eye out for items that give percentage increases to health and just start applying those. Now we're at that point, it'll start helping. Shoes floor. Well done, shoe. Let's see what we can do. We know that by floor 15 is where we start seeing some of the more nasty units. Ooh, that hurts quite a lot. No mistake. Okay, they're digging in quite far. Ow. Please stop. I can reduce this a bit. I can heal a lot when I can actually attack. Okay. Interestingly, though, if the black bar I can't heal past with lifesteal, that's a very interesting one. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanics are around that. Like, what it might just be that if that is health damage after a turn, or if it's health damage, like 2 turns I haven't repaired it. So my very next turn I can heal through it, but if I haven't healed through it, it becomes permanent for the rest of that battle. It might be something along those lines. Frightening if it is, but But the fact that we are struggling even with the moon does not fill me with confidence. We need so much more aggressive scaling right now. And too much of my board is being taken up just finding things that maybe I will use later. In fact, on that note, let's get rid of these. Yep, getting rid of that as well. We're going to start being much more aggressive. I need to thin this down. I want like 4 items at most. I don't mind if I've got a couple of items that maybe they're close together, but if I'm trying to build up something like that, there's no point in me trying to improve something like that. It would take up so much room on my board to do it. No, don't want that. No, don't want that. Cinder damage isn't awful, but it doesn't benefit us in the same way, sadly. Grabbing this at this point, we could afford to pick that up and break it down, and that might actually be the best thing for us to do. God, you chunk through my armor now. The 70 faith would help in moments like this, like dramatically help. I can remove you. You're more dangerous. Now you. And finish you off if we can. Yeah, my life leech not finishing the job there. Okay, so question here is 84 extra damage plus 70 faith. That's being multiplied by my 30% power. Plus 56 armor. I think I have to buy that and use that. Cosmic Demonic Ring. It is so hopelessly expensive, but I will keep that available to me. Ooh. For 12 extra? No. That's ridiculous. Toxic isn't awful. But unless it's one of these, I don't see a reason to. 35% of physical attack. What is my physical attack? My physical attack's quite low. If my physical attack was itself nice and high, that would be useful. But it's way too expensive for what it would give me right now. I need to be way, way more discerning in what I pick up. Locking things in place, sure, that works. That's still valuable to me. Honestly, not even sure that was a good purchase, considering I've already got something over here that's going to give electricity. Still, let's just dive through a couple more times, see if anything really jumps out at us. Alright, the uncommon gauntlets. Honestly, to continue building my gauntlets is really all we've found, and I've basically exhausted the entirety of my cash to do it. At this point, would I... Oh, actually, I was going to say, at this point, would I even be able to buy anything if I found it? And I can, so, you know what, I'll go all the way. But there we go. Dismantling this right now, there we are. That will have helped us a bit, definitely. But power does not affect combat. It would be better for me to get high amounts of physical attack, because power will then add to that, and combat will be added on after the fact. But who's the most dangerous here? 96, 48, 130... Wow, okay. Pinto. Let's get rid of you. And I will also get rid of all of your abilities, or try to. Pinto applies a random effect, so targeting them is actually quite useful, because you never know what you're going to get, but the enemy are going to get something. Drop of chaos, you see. Really, come on, Pinto, hold still. Ha! There we go. Apply a random debuff to your target. Oh, that's interesting. It requires no ability to use that, and so my mimic requires no energy to use it. So my copying it requires no energy. You're the most damaging by far, and that gives me access to mind control. But let's just go ahead and copy things around a bit for free. Yeah, and finish you off. Okay, not too bad. Frozen strike or stun. Let's go for the stun. We might be lucky. Yeah, we took you out. Okay. I would like the magic shield, if I'm honest. But stun again. Yeah, we'll go for stun again. It gets rid of enough people. Oh, and then we got that as well. Ephemeral armor. Okay, so that applied sparkle on everyone. It only applied 1 stack of it. But that means I was getting ephemeral armor. I'll try and apply the venom there. Triple attack. Don't really need it. But you are by far the most dangerous if I leave you alive with that ability. So I'll take care of you as quickly as we can. Drop chaos, please. Thank you kindly. You have got golden lock. What the heck is a golden lock? I have no idea what that does. But I am so curious. Desperately want to know. Azuma's floor. Well done, Azuma. You got to floor 13. Let's make our way through here. And finish this off. Now, I just glanced at the time. Big mistake for me, of course, when I'm enjoying myself. And because we've effectively got 2 runs in this, I'm going to have to wrap things up at the end of floor 15. And it's not because I'm too worried about the video. You seem to have been enjoying these longer videos here. However, that is if I even get to floor 15. However, I've got a collab that I've got to be at in 45 minutes. So if I don't end it at floor 15, there is 0% chance of me getting this out on... well, today. It'll be going out late today at this point, because getting the editing done will take me some time, but I'll do what I can. All right, let's just punch through there. Now, what have we got? Wisdom, not for me. 40 attack, also not that useful for me, if I'm honest. God, you've already punched all the way through my armor. Terrible. Thankfully, I am still able to do a decent chunk of damage to you, and survive through lifesteal, quite a lot of that. Okay, we want lots more electricity, please. And we want to see what else we can get. The faith, I don't think we need. I don't think we need the faith. 80 health, 24 recovery, no. Raw damage would be tempting at this point. It's 28 right there. 28 there, plus another 20 combat, actually. Ah, there we go, 125. Mythic Demonic Axe. You're coming with me, my beauty. Thank you ever so much, because you will be affected by power. We'll keep rolling, though, just see what else there might be available to us. Demonic Helmet's not my bag. I'll pick you up. There we go. Ah, fantastic. Getting a bit of toughness, love. Oof, we needed that. It's been a while. Actually, legendary with a scar. 32 toxicity plus 60 physical attack. That's worth me picking up. It's worth me picking up enough that I'm going to drop something else. There we are. Anything else? We're still only spending 1.4k on re-rolling. That's tolerable for now. And there we are. One of the last ones to be used. Oh, perfect. And that upgraded quite a lot, actually. Now then, 75% power, I'll lock that in. How much is it? 4.1k? Yeah, I'll just replace it. Ooh. Well, there's no reason for me not to grab that. Abyssal Thunderstriders. 49. I don't need it. I've already got this. In fact, genuinely don't need this one either. Let's get rid of that. But there's nothing else I can do there, so let's go ahead and break that down. Up to 947 per attack now. Again, I only attack twice, but I attack twice in every row. We want to possibly bump that power at this point, because that will take us close enough to doubling our basic physical attack. That might well be worth it for us. We need to get through our enemies faster, because our main defenses are starting to really show their age as far as our abilities are concerned. The enemy are massively outstripping our armor, and that's fine for now, but I'm not sure we'll even get much past level 15 regardless at this rate. We need significantly more aggressive scaling. I'm going to lock that in place, and I'm just going to roll this a little bit. I also got meh by iPolo. Fair enough. Going to just roll these until I possibly find things that I would want to use to survive. Probably not those. Maybe that. Not that one. Oh, the malice, sure. I'll hold... Well, actually. Really? Wow. Okay. Swapping those around. Okay, that's a good setup. 51% max health. Might be a purchase and sacrifice, that one. Multi-shield. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. That is my multi-shield, in fact. Alright, let's get rid of you before you start using your crazy amount of attacks, please and thank you. Let's get through there. Okay, that's not really going to be that useful for me, but sure. Alright, Galefire's gone. Alright, it's not unmanageable right now. We don't have long before it becomes such, but if we could get another couple of really big damage increases, that would be grand. There we go. So another sword that gives like 60 or 80 or 100. I would take 100. I dislike it when there's 2 moons on the field. Well, that becomes very dangerous because of the stuns. You can stun me as well. God damn it. Alright, well, I can kill you, though. So let's just finish you off. There we are. Nothing there I need to worry about too much. Right, need to worry about Mars. There we are. Getting a Mars... Using up Mars's triple attack ability on the first turn would be particularly brutal because it would apply then to my... Oh, actually, do I want to just sell that? I want to sell that instead. It would apply to my demonic ring attack. So, you know what? Thinking about it, Mars is actually a higher priority in the first attack. If it's in the first column, having triple attack trigger, I'm going to have to check whether it uses energy or not. And if so, maybe that is going to bump up a bit, but we'll see. I didn't get the chance to see. Right. I'm going to pick up the power, definitely. This is becoming less useful to me in a massive way. I think the electricity might actually be the better one. Right, going to unlock these and start... I'm going to buy that. Really? The thing with this is I would happily take 2 times to do that. What the... But... I almost want to equip this one. 75 toughness and 125% max health. I would lose... How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's a little bit painful. 150 toughness. But... gives me so much more. I think that has to be the play there. That is way, way too good. I have lost damage output, though, because of the combat that isn't getting scaled. Which one was this? Yeah. So I'm going to need the power here, I think. Sure. Let's have a look at what else I might be able to find. Oh, helmet, nice. Yeah, let's get those upgraded. Okay, that restored a bit, actually. And there was the helmet that I needed to upgrade, so that worked out surprisingly well. It was exactly the thing I needed when I needed it. 160 armor there, not too shabby. Still not quite what I want. I will pick up those pants, though. Anything else in here? No, that is just way too low damage output. Okay, well, we got enough cash to roll a good number of times, so give me a moment. Okay, and just as well I did. I was about to stop because it's costing me, like, over 5k per roll right now. Oh my lord, really. But 119 power increase instead. We don't have the penetration, but plus 70% armor. It would have been wonderful if I had more armor, but unfortunately I don't. So we're just going to lock that in. Let's go with it. There we go. Okay, 1.4k damage output now. And I am absolutely going to be increasing my health after this. There's no contest on that one. So much of my board is now spent trying to get good things to break down. And honestly, I'm not even sure that that is necessarily a bad way for it to be going at this late point. I know what I'm building. Right, let's get through you. Thank you very much, Neptune. Who is behind? Neptune's behind there. I guess it doesn't really matter which way I go here, but... oh no, sorry, it was the moon. Very well. Alright, let's see what we can do. Mars. Let's see if that triple attack triggers. It didn't, actually. Sadness. I should have read what... it might just purely be a passive. Yeah, it is purely a passive, I think. Okay, well, that's fine. A little drop of chaos, I think, will work quite well there. Man, a little drop of chaos. I want to see, for a second, my brain thought, I'm playing CUD all of a sudden. It thought it's so hard, it stopped the rest of my thoughts getting out. I do apologize. But that was a very CUD thing to hear. You know, just hearing someone just casually talk, a little bit of chaos, a drop of chaos, a drizzle of entropy. Absolutely a CUD meal. I don't like your stun. This could be a run ender for us. Close, but we're okay. That was really nasty. We recovered there, but we probably shouldn't have. That was super close. Not without having to convert some things. Right, go for the weakening effect. I approve. Yeah, weakening effect once again. Just keep that going. Everything is weakened. Perfect. Everything is stunned. Double perfect. Having more mana would genuinely make this so much easier, but it's okay. There we go. Get rid of you so you can't poison me. Go for Mars. Just don't want to have to deal with Mars. Just need to get him off the board as fast as I can. A little bit of confusion. That's fine. Open a chest. What do we get? I mean, not bad. No, get rid of these. They're wonderful, but they're also worth more to me as the money that they are than anything else. If I want to increase power, I'll use that. Right now, I think I want to increase my survivability more than increasing power. Having more health to work with, more important to me. I need to kill you. There we go. Right, okay. So that is immediately going to be broken down, and we're going to do exactly the same thing again. But I'm going to stop locking these. Do I want to hold on to this? Tempting, actually. Yeah, we're just going to... Oh. Bye. We will see what I can do. I might be able to upgrade it, but that is actually really tempting. Really tempting instead of this. One of the biggest problems I'm realizing is I'm basically never seeing this equipment anymore. I think we've exceeded the point in the game where we are going to see it. And so, I think it might be better for me to pick something else. And the magma set, at least, has multiplying on its armor. We would lose armor break, but it might be better for me. We are, of course, proving me wrong there, but it's super rare to see these things popping up now. So I think we're going to try, if we want to try and survive, we've already got Mythic on all of it. Well, almost all of it. The Legendary Orion's Core is not quite there, but I will see what I can do with this. But either way, going to break that down. Got a nice chunky bit of health there. Well, that has to be it for this episode. We made it to the end of floor 15 with Jace. Their ability is proving quite potent. Whether they can get much further than this, I don't know. They're currently dishing out 2.8k in physical damage every turn. That is just every turn. But on the first turn, they dish that out across the entire field, and which is very, very potent. We are in the midst of having to change our equipment set because I don't think we can take this much further. Already the multipliers on the pants here are just better, and that's way lower than Mythic. So we probably should have started changing this out a little bit earlier, to be fair. We also have a couple of other options in here for taking this onwards, if there is indeed interest. So, if you would like to see the continuation of this run, now bear in mind it might be a very short video because we are definitely already starting to hit a bit of a wall here, but we might be able to punch through it if we head bash it enough times. I've played No Papalog. You've watched me play it. We know what headbutting a rock can do. But if not, then that is going to be it for Megaloot for now, but I will continue to stream. And so keep your eyes peeled for our stream notifications, either in the community section on YouTube or over on the Dapperdale Discord or on X. Still feels weird to say it that way. But that is going to be it for me for tonight. I really do hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you will be joining me for the next. But until then, do take care, everyone.